Tired of your old kitchen or bathroom? Upgrade to the home of your dreams with Manny and Courtney from CMK Construction. CMK Construction is Tampa's award-winning kitchen and bath leader for over 20 years. Right now, save $3,000 on a new kitchen and $2,000 on a new bathroom. And take advantage of our no money down and no interest financing until 2026. Imagine, design, build.
Streaming from the Tampa Bay 28 Weather Center in Studio A. This is Dennis Phillips Live. Brought to you by CMK Construction, crafting Tampa's most exquisite bathrooms and kitchens.
How you doing, everybody? It is a Friday night edition of Dennis Phillips Live. We are not on the spot tonight. As I glance over, the Lightning pregame is on the spot. The Bolts are going for their 12th straight victory up against the St. Louis Blues tonight in St. Louis. So pregame is from now until 8 o'clock, coincides with DPL from 7:30 to 8 o'clock. And then the Bolts game, again, you can watch it on the spot for free this year. So I would like to think that, yes, there is a direct relationship with the fact that the Bolts are going for their all-time win streak and that they are in association with us at the same time. The two clearly go hand in hand, right? And speaking of which, coming up February 1st is the Stadium Series. If you're not familiar, right across the street from us at Ray J, there will be an outdoor hockey game where the Bolts are taking on the Bees, the Boston Bruins. And I'm intrigued to see how the ice handles the cold weather or the warm weather, depending on what we have in early February. You know what? We actually should take a look at that on the long range as well. We're coming up on that in a minute. But, yeah, I think we'll do that. But anyway, that's going on. Speaking of cold weather, there is a lot of disagreement about whether or not there is any snow potentially in the forecast for the Panhandle. I was reading the Weather Service out of Tallahassee, their write-up, and they've pretty much written it off. They have no snow in any of the forecasts for Florida. Southern Georgia, maybe a little bit, but in terms of a forecast, it just says showers likely in Tallahassee, no mention of snow at all. And yet, the models continue to show it, both the GFS and the Euro. And let's look on that coming up in just a minute. But before we do, since we are not on TV, I'm looking over at TV, making sure that we're not on TV. We are not. Let's do some hellos. How y'all doing today? Anna Maria, good to see you. Dave, Michelle, or rather Mary and Lilman, and Jules, good to see you. I'm sure Jules will be watching intently when the Bolts take on the Blues. 12 straight victories potential if they can win that game. Kim, how you doing? Good to see you. Sherry in Newport Richie. Prudy, nice to see you as always. Say hello to your lovely daughter for us. Carol in Bel Air Bluffs, good to see you. Yeah, Mary, I know, we're running that music. And right after we run the music, it'll be copyright violation. And then I write them a nasty note. We pay for this music. We're allowed to use it. And then they release it. It is an endless cycle. It goes on every single day. You would think that the bots would be programmable where they could be like, okay, well, if we released it once, it must be okay. Apparently not. Laura, how you doing? Good to see you. We've got Rosie in Plant City, Randy in Brooksville, Joel Nice to see you as always, my friend. Glad to see you back. We did not see you for a long time, so it's good to see you back as part. Joel was part of our OGs. Joel was one of our original web chat group that this group did 20 years ago. We've got Gregory. How you doing, Greg? We've got Bradenton with Kathleen. Linda, good to see you. Carol, Ron and Donna in Tarpon Springs. Monticello. Betrinda, looks like, I think. Christine in St. Pete, Maria in St. Pete, cold in San Antonio, says Cindy. You are correct. Amy broke down and turned on her heat this morning. Coward. So did I. We've got, yes, it is a break-free zone, Jules, correct. David in Mariana. Now, David wants to know about Mariana, whether or not there's going to be snow. And the Weather Service actually mentioned Mariana and said no. So anyway, Karen in Bel Air, Deborah in Sun City, Land O'Lakes in the house with Sandy, Ocala with Christine, Barb in Palmetto. Again, Ron and Donna in Tarpon Springs, Webster's in the house with Sandra, Northport, William on YouTube. Welcome, William. Nikki in Bradenton, Clearwater's here with Deb, Wiki Watchy with Sherry. Ren, nice to see you as always. Say hello to Stella for us. Kurt, I'm with you. We do live in Florida. It does not feel like it. Got down to 22, 23 degrees this morning in Brooksville. Debbie in Spring Hill. So, $20 truck. I don't know what that is. My guess, I don't know what that is, but it looks like it's a raffle of some sort. So, I don't know. Jason in Michigan. Fishhawks in that. Lots and lots of folks here. And yes, we are rocking the FSU colors tonight or today for our hoodie. Lots and lots of other folks in town here. Let's do a little bit of weather, shall we? So this is obviously, we still have the snuggle alert in effect. Even though there are no freeze warnings in effect for tomorrow morning, I still think there is going to be a freeze in our northern counties. Now, technically, a freeze warning means 4 hours with temperatures below freezing. So, I mean, I'm not saying that we're going to get that, but I am saying that it's going to be pretty darn close. So just take that with a grain of salt. But I do think we are going to see those kind of temperatures around freezing. I would cover your plants. Joel wants to know who I'm taking for football this weekend. You know what? We'll touch on that in just a minute. Emily's cold with the cold face emojis. There's the drought numbers. No change expected. And yeah, we're going to be in a drought through the spring. We just are. So, Sewanee snow, Tara wants to know. We are going to show you the models, and we're going to jump in and do some real snow forecasting coming up in a couple of minutes. But I do want to mention what's happening here locally. All right. It is already 39 degrees in Crystal River. That's what I have to say about that. Speaking of which, my daughter Ryan and myself and my son Jake and possibly my son Josh, we are going to go swimming with the manatees coming up in the first week in February. Ryan has always wanted to swim with the manatees, and they have a thing in Crystal River where you can swim with the manatees, and it's organized and set up thing. So I am hopeful that it will be warmer by then. I'm guessing you go in wetsuits, I'm assuming. But man, did you see the manatees today? The videos that we posted? I mean, talk about a snuggle alert. The manatees were snuggling with good reason because the springs are 72 degrees, always. 365 days a year, that spring is right around 72 degrees. In the summer, it's refreshing. In the winter, it helps keep the manatees warm. And there were 11 billion manatees today in the springs, in the Three Sister Springs. So yeah, it was cold. All right. Wow, no, now it's down to 37 in Crystal River. What in the world? So yeah, I am rather surprised that the Weather Service has not issued a freeze warning for citrus, but you know what? They're good at what they do. And it all boils down to maybe the 4 hours below 32. I don't know. I personally think Crystal River is going to be below freezing. But that's just me. Does it really matter? No. I mean, if you're forecasting 32 or 29, I guess it does, only in the sense that people might pay more attention if they hear a freeze warning. But I'm just going to say right now, I'm issuing a freeze warning for Citrus County. The Weather Service might not, but I'm doing it. Because there ain't no way, in my opinion, the Crystal River at 37 degrees at 7:38 is not going to drop down for several hours, if not 4 hours, below 32. We'll see. We will see. Sean loves the cold weather. Sean is all about the cold weather. He is Mr. 540 line. All right, so let's go back and take these full, because I know you can see him better. All right. This morning, we started 23 degrees in Brooksville, 25 degrees in Crystal River, and in Inverness. That was this morning. This morning. Tampa only dropped down to 40. If you were watching last night, man, we nailed this forecast. Because remember, they were saying there were freeze warnings all the way down, and I'm like, nah, I don't think Hillsborough County is going to get nearly that cold. Tampa only dropped down to 40. But yet, look at Bartow, 28. Even Sebring and Avon Park in Highlands County dropped down below 32 degrees. But along the coast, it was in the upper 30s to lower 40s. Pamela, how you doing? Nice to see you. And you're right, I don't monitor YouTube on the chat. Although if I went on my Restream account, I think I probably could. So that is the thought. I just like looking on the Facebook page because that way I can see when it's frozen. And you guys have no idea how much sleep I am losing over this feed freezing on Facebook and YouTube. And I don't know why, and nobody can figure out why, but I mean, it's literally giving me heart palpitations. I'm serious. It's so frustrating. Because I'm here, and, you know, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but this never used to be a problem. I mean, we've used Restream for a long time, and it never used to freeze on us, like ever. And it started doing it, I don't know, last fall sometime. And there's a chance there was something that happened within our corporate internet settings that maybe changed some stuff. But correct me if I'm wrong, I just don't think we used to freeze. No. Yeah, and Abby's like, don't say frozen, because it's gonna freeze. Yeah, I'm not frozen yet, but yeah, Kelly's like totally froze now, so freezing off and on. I'm not seeing a freeze here, but maybe the AI bots hear me say freeze and then it just wants to freeze stuff. But I'm serious. I love doing this show. I love the interaction. I love being able to bring the local weather and have the conversations. It is literally the highlight of what I do most of the times. But man, I'm losing years and losing sleep over this, because when I'm trying to be live on TV, one time running breaks, and you guys are reminding me when to do the commercials, and I'm freezing over on Facebook and YouTube, and I'm trying to troubleshoot that literally while I'm on TV, trying to be on TV and run breaks, it's taken 15 years off my life, and I don't got that many years left as it is. So I don't know. We're still working on it. We're still working on it, and hopefully before I die, it will get fixed. That is my hope. Anyway, all right, let's get back to temperatures. Today we hit the upper 50s. I had to vent because it's starting to get to me. Clearly, it's starting to get to me. All right, outside right now, clearing 53 degrees. The dew point in the low 30s. Remember, the temperature cannot drop below the dew point. But the dew point can't. It isn't even that I need an assistant, Ren. It really isn't. I mean, like, I'm more than capable. I was saying this to our engineer, Jason Adams, a few minutes ago. Not Jason Adams, the Clearwater Threshers general manager. Not Jason Adams, the meteorologist here on the weekends. Jason Adams, who used to be a production person on the floor and a director, and now he's in engineering. And we were talking about this, and I'm like, and he even said the same thing. He's like, maybe you need more help. I go, no. This is not about help. I'm capable. I'm very capable of working commercials, working the internet, doing the talk thing, doing all this stuff, watching the clock, keeping up. I'm more than capable of doing all that. But when it is falling apart and freezing while I'm on, trying to talk on TV while everyone else on Facebook and social is frozen, I'm having heart palpitations just thinking about it. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I just can't take it. It's getting to me. Clearly, it's getting to me. 53 right now, clear in Tampa. The high today, we hit 58, 13 degrees below average. The morning low dropped down to 40. 52 is right. No break tonight, Patricia, because we are not on TV tonight. But thank you for the reminder, guys. Thank you for the reminder. Jen's like, this is hilarious. Oh, yeah. You think this is hilarious? You should see me when everything's falling apart around me. The hilarity is just the worst. All right. Yeah, no TV tonight. I'm watching TV right now. We are running the Bolts pregame, taking on the Blues at 8 o'clock. All right. Take a breath. All right, so there's a look at radar satellite. Beautiful sunshine today. Tomorrow is going to be a glorious day. Glorious day. Sunny, mid-70s. Thank you, Irma. Do it. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know. All right, whatever. I'm not thinking about it anymore. All right, there's tomorrow morning. Dry, sunny, and in the afternoon, we might see a few clouds building. The rain comes in Saturday night into Sunday. Now, chips and salsa. Bill, I love chips and salsa from Chili's. I absolutely do. But is somebody saying we gotta get to something else, get to the weather? Are they? Yes, Joel's right. Prime DPL is when Dennis has to restart the stream for the 8th time. Yes, that is correct. That is correct. All right. So, Sunday morning, the line comes through with some scattered showers. All right. For us, it will just be rain. We'll talk about the snow potential coming up in just a minute. Who is Bob? It's a good question. Someone says, where's Bob? I don't know who Bob is. Wait a minute. Michael, which Bob are you speaking of? All right. And then we get very cold again on Monday. Tomorrow morning, lows in the low to mid 30s, northern counties. So right around 32. Pinellas County, 40s. Hillsborough County, upper 30s to low 40s. Yeah, I love chili salsa. Love it. Chili's, chips, and salsa is one of my favorite. And low to mid 40s along the coast. So we're not going to freeze. Oh, Bozo Bob. Yeah, where is Bozo Bob? I'm a fan of Bozo Bob. Remember when we almost... Oh, wait a minute. I got to tell you guys a story. Squirrel? I know. Got to tell you a story. Because this made me laugh, all right? So first of all, we almost banned Bozo Bob the first day. Everybody's like, ban Bozo Bob. I'm like, no, I don't know who this guy is, but he's okay. And he turned out to be a good guy. So see, you guys out there, and you know who you are, there are some people out there who are just band-centric. All they want to do is see this. That's it. You know. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait. Uh-oh. Oh, this is bad news here, guys. This is bad. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Okay, let's just put this over here and just ignore that it just happens. Anyway, so last night, remember Robin and somebody, I don't remember who it was, Robin and somebody else. I got an email. Here, I'm going to read it to you. Because if they're going to send an email, then it deserves to be read. This was an email that came to me this morning. Let me see if I can find it here. And then we're going to talk about the snow. All right. So, I'm not going to say who it's from, but I will say, tonight on DPL Live, Dennis Phillips, 2 N's in Dennis, by the way. Two N's in Dennis. Banned my dear friend, Robin Wood. 2 B's in Robin. Wait a minute. A dear friend would not spell your name wrong if it's Robin with one N and it says 2. All right. Oh, my God. It's really falling apart now. Okay. Donna, how you doing? All right. So, banned my dear friend Robin Wood, which I did not. I did not ban Robin or the other guy. There was some confusion by a gentleman named Matt. So it was Matt. There was some confusion by a gentleman named Matt who happens to be in a relationship with a different Robin, Robin Weaver, who we talked about yesterday because I hovered and it said in a relation with Robin Weaver. Dennis felt that Robin Wood and this gentleman named Matt, as Dennis said, was causing tomfoolery. That's all that's on here that I can see. There might have been more, but that's all that was on here. So this is the stuff that I deal with, all right? I'm just trying to get the weather right. And that's the stuff that I'm dealing with. I did not ban Robin with 2 B's. Did not. I cannot believe I broke the ban button. Oh, but it still lights up. Oh, this is bad. This is bad news. Todd, that is not, you know what? That is just something I just don't address. It's just not. You know, I have a lot of friends in this business, and unfortunately, it's just part of the business. It just is. And it isn't, you know, it's just not worth getting into. This is really not. And I've been there, trust me. And I think most people in this business have been there at one point or another. But anyway, so at the end of the day, that is where we are, all right? I did not ban Robin, but I did ban the ban button, apparently. Terrible. All right, let's look at the models. Let's talk about whether it is worth a road trip. All right, here we go. This is a look. Wait a minute. Who is supposed to stop playing around, Kathy? Elaborate on this one, Kathy. Okay. But absolutely a friend of mine. You know, it really is. It's just, you hate to see it with anybody. You really do. All right. There's a look at Friday. There is a look at Saturday. This is the GFS. All right. Here's the GFS. Here's the big view. And then we'll zoom in because there is the potential for people. Kevin's like, oh, engineering. Yeah, I think I broke my hand first and then the ban button later, Ren, but yes. Okay. I wonder if I could fix it. Stand by. I wonder if there's a way to get in, because what broke? It was just, whatever. All right, anyway, there's a look at Sunday morning, and the GFS is showing some snow, especially in southern Georgia. And that's what I'm going to talk about. So if you are going to, exactly, Bill, exactly. Playing around is definitely what we do on this show. And if you don't like playing around, you're in the wrong place. It's pretty simple. So there's the GFS, there's the Euro. The Euro backed off on snow. It does have a little bit later on, like, that's interesting. So yeah, the Euro does have a little something, something, but most of it in southern Georgia. Now let's look at the close-up one. The close-up one's easier to see. These are the 18Z numbers, all right? These are the more recent numbers. 1 a.m. Saturday night, 7 a.m. Sunday morning, the GFS is showing a mixture of rain and snow in areas from Tallahassee, northwest of Mariana, you know, into southern Georgia. 1 o'clock, it still is. And it does show a little bit of a burst of snow that maybe could be accumulating wet snow of about an inch in the southern part of Georgia, extreme southern Georgia. Okay? And then it's gone. And then we go down the road and see if anything else happens. No. Okay. So let's look at the euro. GFS euro. See, the euro shows rain, not snow. Maybe a little bit of a mix behind it. See that? That could be some flurries behind the main line, potentially. And look at that. So that is exactly what it's doing. Interesting. The GFS brings the snow in earlier, 7 a.m., and moves it across. The the euro brings it in a little later. That's 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, between 1 and 7, probably between 10 and 2, truthfully. So your window of opportunity for snow is between, I would say, 7 or 8 a.m. Sunday morning to 1 or 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Now, that is what the models are showing, all right? Let's look at the overall snow. This is the GFS total snowfall, and you look down at the map right down here, and you do see an area with a couple of inches of snow, and that is right there in South Georgia, between the state line and Valdosta. Nothing in Atlanta, guys. Nothing in Atlanta. Okay? No, I don't, Anna Maria. It's gone. I got to get another one. I'm going to order it tomorrow or today. It will be back by Monday. So there it is. The GFS is showing some accumulation. Now, what about the euro? Well, look at what the euro is showing. This is the 12Z, and it looks like the 18Z. This is a little easier to read. There's an area of 1 inch of snow is possible. And then you've got an area of 1 to 2 inches in blue, and that is just north of the state line. So if you were considering a road trip, and I'm gonna, and let's just be honest about this. Let's just call them like we see them here, okay? Chasing snow in Florida is a losing proposition. Historically, it's losing. Last year was a jackpot. Last year was 10 inches of snow in Pensacola. All right. That is about what? A 3.5-hour drive? Probably a 3.5-hour drive to southern Georgia like that. All right? If you are willing to commit, you can take 75 straight up, and you'd want to be there by about 7 or 8 a.m. on Sunday morning to get to be where you want to be. You don't want to be there when it's already snowed. You want to be there when it's about to snow. I am not going to do it because I am not sold that there will be accumulating snow. That is my Friday at 7:56 thought. Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, and I will be posting updates. I don't have a DPO tomorrow, but I will be posting updates. If we see the models gain more consensus, and by the way, the Weather Service is saying no snow, none. So they're not buying it at all. If I decide that, all right, you know what? I'm confident there's going to be 2 to 3 inches of snow on the ground, then I'll probably make that road trip straight up 75 at around 3 or 4 a.m. on Saturday night, Sunday morning. That's the way I'm going to play it. I will let you guys know if I'm going to. I think Mike, from Mike's weather page, my buddy Mike, he's going to do it. So my point is, if you are thinking and you get to the point where you're like, what the heck? I'm not doing anything else on Sunday anyway. You'd want to leave around 3 or 4 a.m. on Saturday night, Sunday morning. All right? That's what I see. I will update tomorrow and let you have a better idea. Streamers, you're just about done. Follow us tomorrow for the latest on snow. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday's DPL. Okay, so streamers are gone. Dan's like, text me if you go. Whole family will go too. Dan is a good guy. Matter of fact, Dan is the guy who got, here, I will show you this. You remember the, remember the picture of the mug of the one of me? Where is it? This one. Dan's people made this coffee mug, which is pretty awesome. So, and by the way, yeah, I've not mentioned this in forever, but our Rule 7 stuff is still up there. And as you can see, I'm wearing it. But it's good stuff. And let me tell you, I'm glad I have that hoodie. I'm glad I got my Rule number 7 hoodies. I wear them everywhere right now because we need to. Anyway, so Dan, you know what? If I go, I will text you. I absolutely will. I haven't decided. And this is one other thing. When you are chasing, sometimes it's a last-minute thing. It just is. You know, I'm not a planner. That is not my nature, so it's good. Because I literally might be, all right, 2 a.m., let's go. Especially because it's only about a 4-hour drive, and that's nothing. So if I decide to go, I will post and text. And, okay, and you want to know where would we go? All right, let's look at the weather computer. Let's look at the weather computer, and we will see. Mary says I need to text everybody. All right, where would we be going? That's a good question. All right, well, you know what? We'll be going where the weather takes us. And where the weather takes us is still up in the air. How about all those weather puns right there? My guess is it would probably be So let's look. So there's the map, and let's look at where the Euro is showing stuff right here. Okay, so the Euro is really pretty much showing just, yeah, like just due north. So I would say probably pretty darn close to Valdosta, maybe a little bit to the east. Maybe a little bit to the east of Valdosta, but not as east as Fargo, because then we'd end up in North Dakota, and that would be bad. So maybe Naylor? I don't know. Anybody know anybody in Naylor? Hey, there's Lakeland. We'll just go to Lakeland. Anybody know anybody in Naylor? So if you guys know anybody in Naylor, let's just everybody meet there at their house at 6 in the morning on Sunday morning. All right. So that's because there's 75, right? So, you know, you take, go right up to 75. Here, let's see this. We would take 75, and we'd go up here, see if there's a Buc-ee's anywhere around there, and then we go, and we'd go, you know, and we go, we go right up there to Naylor. That right now is kind of what I'm thinking would be the best way to go right this minute. Maybe a little more to the east. Maybe Fargo would be better. According to this map, okay. Well, see, we could go to Needmore, go to Council, Williamsburg. I don't know. Hey, let's look at let's see somebody's house here. All right, let's see. See this guy's house right here? Let's go to this guy's house right here. Let's just meet right there. Or what is that? That looks like a river. There's Fargo. I think there's probably a Burger King right there in Fargo. Let's meet at the Burger King in Fargo. That's probably, hey, and you're right, Red. The Publix opens at 7. So we can all go there. We can get pub subs. Then we can go over to Edith and see Edith. And then we can go look for some snow. What do you say? It's a plan. Oh, you're right. I'm looking at the wrong map. Oh, my heavens. Thank you for that update, Carol. Somebody said there's nothing in Naylor but a Dollar General. So, all right. So, where were we? You missed it. Thank you for seeing that, right? I'm over here on the other computer, and I'm not even looking at what's on the air. I'm just too busy looking at all these little towns. So, there's Fargo. And, wait a minute. Did you guys miss my wait a minute, did you miss my map that I drew to Valdosta, or did you see that one? Did you guys see when I was or driving up here, and then go to Naylor, and then go to Edith, go look for Edith's house, apparently over near Naylor. Or was Edith, you know what I'm saying. There's lots of, oh, there's Edith. There's lots of Ernest. Oh, we go see Ernest. Ernest and Edith. They should be together. That's a match made in heaven. All right, and Jasper. Can go see Jasper while we're at it. All right. Bottom line, that's the plan, guys. That is the plan. Okay? Oh, you missed it. Yeah, boy, you guys are delayed. Holy cow, there's like a 2-minute delay from when I'm doing something. I actually see you guys post it with the comments. That's crazy. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. All right, let's go. So we're going to, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take 75, right? Go by Lake City, east of Live Oak, west of Jasper, all right? And then we're going to continue up toward Valdosta. And then we're going to make a right, make a Ralph, go right. And either go this way or go this way down to Fargo, depending on where the snow is. So that is the plan, okay? I'm with you, Kevin. I don't disagree. Naylor's too far east, Carol says. Okay. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. Because the reality of it is, when you look at this map again, the reality of it is, I don't have my map handy. What county is this? Where, I can't zoom into this. It doesn't let me zoom in, which is unfortunate. Yeah, this map doesn't let me zoom. I wonder if I can do it. All right, so one of you guys, tell me what counties these are right here. I will wait. Somebody tell me these blue counties. Here, let's, can we use the southeast? Yeah, let's use southeast. Hold on, southeast. All right, it still doesn't let me zoom in though. All right, go ahead. Somebody look at this and tell me what counties we should do right here. I can look on like Google Maps or something. Hold on. Google Maps. Oh, am I allowed to do Google Maps? I guess in the world. Okay, here we go. So let's go 75, all right? There's Valdosta. There's Fargo. Okay, well, what counties are we in here? So we want to go where? Where's the map? There's the map. So it's pretty much there. Yeah, you know what? It actually looks to me like it's probably just to the east of Valdosta. So maybe Statenville or Alexis, like on 94. So we could go 75. And maybe cross over here and then go over this way. That looks like the plan. Somewhere around there is where it looks like there's going to be measurable snow. Yeah, Carol says that's Valdosta. Yeah, my band button's broken. I'm so distraught. If you weren't watching earlier today, I did the band button and it broke. You can hear it. You can hear it broke. I wonder if I can unscrew it and I don't think so. I think it's a goner. Remember in the movie Arthur when there was a letter holder, I think? And he had the two plastic pieces together. It was I think it was a letter holder or a napkin holder. And he's putting them together. And it's like, I think it's a goner. Band button. It's a goner. It's a sad, sad day. No, Rob, I do not. No, but I definitely have the squirrel mentality. Like, zoop, zoop, like that way. All right. Dan, no, I got it. Dan, thank you. But I can order it on Amazon, and it'll be here like that. All right? All right, I think that's about it. So Donna says Naylor has a Subway and a Mama June's. All right? So, Rob, Dennis, do you have ADHD? Rob, please elaborate on that before I ban you for that rude comment. So, do tell, because fortunately for you, I don't have a ban button. So how the heck do I ban if I don't have a ban button? You might have picked the right day to be a jerk. Just saying. All right, let's hear those comments. I gotta get that one. All right, so I think, football picks. Well, you gotta like Seattle over the Niners. I'll tell you what, I liked Houston, but Nico Collins is out for that game, and I think that is a huge loss. Houston's defense is the real deal. Matter of fact, a month ago, I picked Houston to make it to the Super Bowl. Oh, yes, I did. I picked Houston to make it to the Super Bowl a month ago because their defense is just the real deal. However, without Nico Collins, they don't got much left offensively. So, Woody Marks is rookie. So I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have to go New England at home in that game. I'm going to go with Denver. I don't think Denver's very good. I swear I don't. No, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm going with Buffalo. I don't know how Denver won as many games in a row as they have. I truly don't. But they have. So here's my picks. I'm going to go Buffalo. I'm going to go New England. I'm going to go Seattle. And God, the Bears? That's a tough one. Marty wants to know if it's going to snow in Savannah. Marty, it could. Marty, there could be a little dusting in Savannah. There could be. Gosh, the Bears, I am not a Caleb Williams fan. Ever since he cried on his mom's shoulder or his mom's lap when USC lost to UCLA a couple years ago in college, I just didn't want him anymore. But boy, that team this year in the fourth quarter has been a great comeback team, and they did it again last week. So I don't know. That's an interesting, I don't know. I don't have an opinion on that last game. But I do think Buffalo and the upset over Denver just because I am not convinced that Denver is that good of a team. I just am not. And yet they have the best record in the AFC, and they're the number one seed and all of that, but I don't know. However, my question is Josh Allen the same quarterback now that he was before he got married? And if you go on Twitter, X, there's a lot of people saying married Josh Allen is not as good as single Josh Allen. And his lovely wife is pregnant, so they're expecting a child. So maybe the focus is different. I don't know. Don't know. I'm just seeing a lot of people say that. I still think Buffalo beats Denver. That's my prediction. All right. Is it going to snow in Jacksonville? You know what, Susan? The models actually show a slight chance. I'll show you. So watch. It's close. It's close. Like, look right there. It's pretty darn close. But you see, here's the thing about Jacksonville. You get that flow coming in off the Atlantic, and it warms things up. It warms things up. So I don't know. Can you play tennis Sunday morning? I think it will be raining Sunday morning. And if it isn't raining, I think the courts will be wet. Now, if you're asking me indoors, yes, you can play. But, Bill, I don't think you can play tennis at 8:30 on Saturday morning. My wife's tennis league, they canceled their games today because of cold weather. Come on. Really? Come on. Yeah, her tennis league, actually, they canceled their games today because it was cold. Where's the ban button? Anyway. All right. So Joel is going Denver, Seattle, Rams. Yeah, I got to take the Rams. You know what? The more I think about it, I just take the Rams. By the way, Matthew Stafford is your MVP this year. So, yeah, I agree with you, Joel. Denver, so I agree with you with everything except for Denver. I think Buffalo wins. But other than that, Seattle, Rams, and the Pats. Joe, hey, you got it. Don't even know what that's about, but Joe, hey, you got it. So, can it snow in Tampa? Nope. Well, it can, but it won't this particular time. However, we got another round of cold air. I'm getting a call. I'm probably being chastised for making fun of my wife's tennis league because they canceled because it was cold. I'm going to go get dinner anyway. Ren says, your car warned me the weather was below 37 on the way to Melbourne. By the way, we have not frozen, have we? We are not freezing right now. So that's interesting. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Some days it does, some days it doesn't. I have no idea why. No score in the Bolts and the Blues. Game just started, just under 15 minutes left in the first period. All right, I'm going to go get dinner. I will update y'all tomorrow. And Dan, I will, if I decide to do the road trip up to see if there is snow, if I am confident enough that there will be I'm not going to go. Look, I lived up north most of my life, or a lot of my life. So I've seen my share of snow. I ain't driving all the way to Naylor or wherever, or Edith or Ernest, unless I know that there's going to be at least an inch of snow on the ground. It ain't worth it. Not doing it. So if I feel as though there will be an inch of snow on the ground, I'll meet y'all up there somewhere, and we can get a group shot with a picture with the snow falling, because that would be classic. That would be classic. But I'm not holding my breath because I'm not so sure they're going to see that much. But we will see. Don says go to Jasper. All right, maybe Jasper. And then we could go to Chili's, as Red says. I'm with you on that. All right, guys, have a great night. I will be updating Saturday night, and we will continue on our snow extravaganza. And if not, I'll still be updating, and we'll watch some football this weekend, and we'll be back on Monday night's edition of Dennis Phillips Live. You guys have a great night and a great weekend.